Hey guys, today we're going to go pick up a Cactus hay feeder like never seen before, loaded on our ranching half ton. I haven't decided what I'm going to name it yet, but I'm going to tell you this thing's here for the long haul. We're looking to get about 1,000,000 miles out of this half ton. She's at 128 right now, but the point I want to make about these half tons is everybody thinks they got to have big fancy dually, drive around, haul their little 1-horse trailer. Well, I'm here to tell you, as a minimalist, it'll get the job done. This half ton will do more than most of your damn Dodge Rams ever thought about doing. So let's go along and let's load this Cactus feeder. And this is actually the first time putting one out, so we're gonna go load it, put it on the half ton, and we're gonna drag it off because we got a baby tractor that we're gonna try to load a 3x4x8 alfalfa hay bale into. And I just want you guys to come along for the ride. Now I know this forklift might seem like it's overkill, and I want to prove the point to you guys. You don't have to have an 18K forklift to pick one of these feeders up. So your little John Deere tractor, you're about to see, we're loading it with a big machine, but you're going to be impressed with the little machine that we're unloading this thing with, and potentially loading a hay bale into. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we're going to find out. So here's what you guys have all been dying to know about, is this Cactus hay feeder. Right here we've got a 5-foot deep hay feeder with a trough and this V design to put your 3x4x8 in it. We designed it perfectly to where you got roughly 4.5 foot of height, so potentially you should be able to put a 4-foot tall bale inside and it fits perfectly. It's 2 foot off the ground. We call this Cactus Gray. And you wouldn't believe how we came up with Cactus Gray. Cactus Gray, we actually mixed together about 3 different grays that we had laying around. And this is what we came up with. That's where Cactus Gray was conceived. Born and raised here at Cactus Containers. So, we're going to load her up. We got it built on a skid. I promise you the machinery I have to unload this is not going to be as capable as the machinery I have to load it. So I'm trying to relate to you guys. You might not have a 18,000 pound forklift at your place. You might have a little baby John Deere tractor. Well, that's what we're going to be unloading this. So, like I said, whether you got a big operation or small operation, Cactus Containers, hay feeders, tack rooms, we got what you need. Let's load this thing up. Now here's the thing, driving a half ton, pulling big loads like me every day, you have to use your brain a little more than if you're driving your dually. Now if I was driving my dually, I could have put this hay feeder at the very back of my trailer and drove 100 miles an hour down the road, no worries. But when you're driving a half ton, you got to think about load distribution. And that's why we put this heavy duty sucker up here on the front. And you would not believe, when I bought this thing, I bought it for towing. Okay, and when I tell you that, I'm not bullshitting you. You might not be able to see on camera, but we have airbags on this F-150 here. These airbags, you know, they're not the old school kind. We didn't skimp out on money on them, old son. What we did is these actually have an onboard air compressor. They adjust with the load. So when I loaded this thing, you could hear it letting some air out because it over-aired them. Leveled my truck out a little bit. Also, when you're driving a dually, you might not need to strap your load down, but when you're driving a half ton with a big motor like mine, we got to strap them down, old son. So that's the next step. We got to strap it down, and then we're off to the ranch to unload our hay feeder. All right, we're going to go in here and get some straps. Actually, we're just going to go with one strap because I trust this thing is not going anywhere. We don't need 2 straps. We're only going about 10 miles down the road, so we don't need 2 straps. And I do not condone rolling your straps up this way. That's just how the guys did it. I like to roll mine up the proper way, and I'll show you what that looks like here in the end. But we're just going to throw one strap over on this bad boy. The reason I don't like it like this is because you can't just throw it. I got extra work involved now because somebody didn't take 5 seconds to roll it up to begin with. So, whoop. See, I could have thrown that if I had my damn deal. Alright. You'll also see this trailer's been genetically modified by a little bit. We added rub rail and some extra stake pockets. Now, I will be honest and tell you, the truck driver in me would want to strap this thing down right, put 2 straps on it, but the farmer in me says, hey, let's just strap it and roll. We don't need to spend all day strapping this thing down.
Wait, you got farmer in you?
I got a little farmer, I got a little rancher, I got a little, well, everything. I would call myself genetically modified as well. Transplant. And like always, you gotta say, hey, that ain't going nowhere. Now, I wanna show you guys a trick, because I see a bunch of people struggling rolling their straps up. So this is, all jokes aside, some real advice here that I learned growing up. We roll our straps up this way, the proper way, the clean way. See what I mean? Clean. Because if you can't have pride in something, it's a little more than I'd like, a little more slack than I'd like. But, here we go. So for all you Gen Zers out there carrying your whole bag of zip ties around to tie up your straps, man, God gave you this little doodad here to be able to tie it up yourself. Be resourceful. Watch some YouTube videos if you need to. You'll learn a whole hell of a lot than just sitting there struggling. So, we're going to go out to the ranch, feed old Peaches and Napa, my other mare, a little 3x4x8 action, and see if old Red will get us there. But I'm telling you, this load here, no need for a dually. Use a half ton. We're out at the ranch, time to unload our feeder. Let's hop in the half ton and drive out to the pasture so we can unload it with our little John Deere tractor. Video. Alright, we're gonna drive down here. Edwin's got the gate open for us. We're out here at the ranch. What's the ranch called? Oh, we don't know what the ranch is called? Borrowed Time. That's what the ranch is called, Borrowed Time. Alright, I gotta get the gate. There's certain things you do in life that's how you do one thing and that's how you do everything. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to throw my straps in the bed of the pickup. No, you need to roll them up. That's the right thing to do all the time. Don't be lazy. It takes 5 seconds to roll your strap up. We're gonna pull out from under it. This old baby John Deere just won't quite do it. Alright, we're just gonna have Bob set her down. Nice and easy like. I may have loaded this thing with an 18,000 pound forklift, but we just proved that you can unload it with a little bitty John Deere tractor. I think that's a 25 horse. Maybe 15. It's just slightly above a chainsaw engine that it's running on. Anyway, right here, we got it set out here for the horses. We're about to go try to load a 3x4x8 in here. I don't think we're gonna be able to load the whole thing. We might have to end up just doing half. But little John Deere, little half ton, little trailer. It's making the most out of what you got work for you. The baby tractor is definitely not going to load a full bale, so we're going to have to go split one in half to load it in there. Gotta get our hay out of our Cactus container. Okay, now we're gonna see how well the little mini tractor does. So we got our 3x4x8. Just want to double check a couple things. So we got roughly 55 inches there, 93 inches there. And this is for sure good. This here is over 3 foot. So let's measure our bale and make sure I built this properly. So height wise, we're gonna have about 6 inches to spare. Next thing we need to check is length. So a cool thing about a 3x4x8 is they're never truly 8 foot. This one here is 92 inches, which is going to be really close on getting it in there. And then width wise, we're just a little over 3 foot. So we should be good. Let's see how it goes.